Yeah, there needs to be a social media ban with Chennedy Carter. If you are a team that signs Chennedy Carter, there has to be a social media clause in her contract, where you're allowed to fine her every time she responds to a tweet, or every single tweet has to go through a filter. And if I'm being real here, the Aces need a social media team because your superstar just liked the tweet criticizing a teammate. Like, I'll talk about that later, but there has to be some form of a, like, stop on Chennedy Carter. Damn, AZ really showed her up. I know she was laughing at that trash talk, and did Becky benched her because AZ ate her up so bad. Leave her be. It be your own people, and that's why here money is exactly where it is. And people she roots for wouldn't do anything to help her. I don't know what she's talking about or who she's talking about here. And then as she says this, like, not to mention I made her ankles touch the ground, and y'all can holler at me when my leash is off too, which is completely unfair, even though statistically wise, it's not even close. Yeah, Chennedy Carter just needs to shut up. I've said the same thing about Tiffany Hayes. Chennedy, you are literally one of the best players in the world. You might, like, and no word of a lie, you might be the best player in the world. Like, you might be the best female basketball player in the world. And I don't think that is a crazy statement to make. That is not a crazy statement to make, saying that Chennedy Carter might be the best player in the world. But at the end of the day, you've got to just stay off social media. You have got to stay off social media. It's just not worth it. It is not worth it at all. And I stand by it. Like, you are looking at a player who is going back and forth with fans, and it doesn't work out well. Especially if you are in a team. Especially if it's one of these things where you are directly competing against the people you were talking shit about publicly. It can set them off. It can piss off your teammates. It can piss off opponents. Everything. All of that. It is one of those things where, like, you can't, like, if you are an individual and you have nothing to do with any of these players, and you want to go out there and just talk your shit, especially into the void that is social media, and complain and argue with people online, go do it. But when you have to show up to work the next day with your teammates after, best case scenario, giving the Wings a playoff rival the ammo to use as a, like, for motivation. That's the best case scenario there. Worst case scenario, you have set off a rookie who is, by the way, a fucking dog. Like, she has genuinely been I think AZ Fudd's a third or fourth option, and a damn good one at that. I still don't think she's number one pick. Olivia Moss clearly should have been number one. I think maybe you could argue that Awa should have been two. Definitely better than Lauren Betts. Don't get twisted. Like, I still had her above Lauren Betts on my big board, but like, I can't remember. I think I had AZ Fudd fourth. I actually, off the top of my head, can't even remember who I had third. But I had AZ behind Awa. Definitely had her behind Awa and Olivia Moss. And I could be wrong with that. She could be the second best player in this draft. But she is fearless. And don't mistake kindness for weakness. You don't get to the level that AZ Fudd got to a basketball while being soft. Like, AZ was the one who couldn't hit a shot in the Elite Eight against South Carolina. Or, sorry, not South Carolina. USC. Who could not hit a shot to save her life in the Elite Eight. And then comes off the elevator screen and hits the 28-footer. At a time where South Carolina or USC were coming back in that game. Like, don't pretend AZ's not going to use this as motivation. And if you're Kennedy, like, this is an incredibly minor infraction. But when you have the reputation that you have, a minor thing could get you out of the league quickly. Because it's not that, it's very easy when you have the reputation that you have for people to go, we told you so. We told you so. This is Kennedy being Kennedy. And I'm going to be real. Like, based on everything you've seen from Chennedy Carter, whether it be in China with everything, there's a big difference between the Chennedy Carter prior to 2024. Like the Chennedy Carter who will fight anyone. And these are thoughts, by the way, that every fucking player has. If they're averaging 20 points per game in 21 minutes per game, being like, I should be playing more. Why am I being held on a leash? That is a thought that every single player of her level has and will have in the history of basketball. The problem is you don't publish it online. Like Chennedy Carter wanting to play more minutes. Because at no stage has Chennedy Carter's effort dropped. At no stage has her defense dropped. At no stage has her play dropped. In terms of long term. Whether she wants to play more or not, it's not like she's out there on the floor being toxic to her team. Like she was in LA. She's not out there fighting people. She's not out there fighting teammates. And look, you want to say, oh, but like Chennedy Carter, she got kicked off some WNBA teams. She got kicked off a team because her and Liz Cambage just hated each other. I am not blaming her for getting kicked off a team because her and Liz Cambage couldn't be in the same spot and they chose Liz Cambage over. That's not her fault. Liz Cambage was out of the league immediately after that too. The Atlanta Dream situation, that nearly destroyed Courtney Williams' career as well. Let's not forget, Courtney Williams was involved in that crap as well. Like, both of them were involved in it. But yeah, it is what it is. And I hope Chennedy Carter stops posting on social media. But there is a big but. If she doesn't, that is going to affect her career. Chennedy Carter, if she didn't have the reputation that she had and she was doing what she's doing right now, nobody would care. Nobody would really care. And the problem is that this is fucking Threads. Like, players were saying these type of things about other players and about other teams pre-2024. They are reading Threads like it's pre-2024 Twitter. Not only that, there are people that shared it on Twitter went out of their way to say, we were trying to provoke Chennedy Carter into saying something. And that is working. And Kennedy's not the only one. Tiffany Hayes has done the same crap in last week. Except what I think Tiffany Hayes did was set a much worse precedent. What Chennedy Carter did is just dumb. It's just dumb, especially when you are in line for $1 million. Like, if there's such a thing as a non-guaranteed $1.4 million max next year, Chennedy Carter will be signed to the non-guaranteed $1.4 million max. A team will sign Chennedy Carter to that, and then just say, "Look, if it doesn't work out, we can cut you, but we'll give you $1 million." She's just got to get out of her own way. She's got to get out of her own way because she might be the best player in the world, and sometimes, if you're that good, and yes, Becky Hammon has you on the bench for a lot of games because she trusts Jackie Young over you, no matter how bad Jackie's playing. It happens. Just keep hooping. Keep hooping. That's all I'm going to say. If Kennedy is watching this, because I wouldn't be surprised if Kennedy's watches a lot of videos. Keep hooping. And as I've said before, stay off the tweet. Stop posting on social media, please.